What's up, everybody? Movies, music, sports, and life. Jay Spruill here for you. And I don't think a lot of us do this to be appreciated, but it is 5 o'clock in the morning. So it's some dedication, at least a little bit of dedication to bring this to y'all before I go to work. But I woke up at 3, so I just been doing stuff to get prepared for work up until now. So I kind of had Daredevil on while I was sorting out clothes and you know kind of laying stuff out. I like to lay out my outfits that I'm gonna wear for work and even sometimes on the weekend before I do. But we're a minute in and y'all don't care about any of that. Y'all want to get into Muse. Muse got rocked. Bow. But the thing that's funny about that is that it's somewhat just a little bit lazy, just from the perspective of his girlfriend did it. Dr. Glenn. Um, and it's like they kind of cheated us. So Daredevil still technically hasn't killed yet because he 100% tried to kill Bullseye in episode 1. And they still haven't explained to us. I guess they saving him for season 2. But they still haven't explained to us how you can fall from a New York City building, because we know New York City is the biggest city in the United States. So once you say New York City building, we already know it's not going to be 12 feet. More than likely, it's going to be 100 feet. How Bullseye cracked that neck and then put it back into place like he Kimiko from The Boys or something. So technically, that would have been a kill, but that got erased because of his supernatural powers, I guess. And now this one, especially because it's his girlfriend, you knew Murdoch was gonna kill him, but he didn't get the chance to because old girl blew him down. And Wilson Fisk is a genius, an evil genius, because he said that they were going to take the credit and say that no, we're not going to say that Daredevil did this. And it would make sense that they wouldn't think that the therapist did it because she's halfway incapacitated, could have lost her life. So I don't think it would be logical for them to assume that she did it unless they see her fingerprints on the gun. But maybe when Wilson was talking to the task force, maybe that's why he said make sure you get her fingerprints off the gun, because we don't want to have any ballistics or forensics that points to her saving herself. The reason, and that's what I like about taking superhero stories and they kind of putting them in our world. These superheroes started like in the 1950s. I could be wrong. It could be, but just to be safe, because I know for sure Black Panther started in the 1960s. I'm gonna say the 1950s. So these comic books have been going on for 70 years. And it's really cool that they put them in a modern perspective because, yes, in the 1950s, if what happened in that office with Muse, Daredevil, and his girlfriend, if that happened in the 1950s, it's easy for Kingpin Wilson Fisk to just tell the public that, yeah, my task force killed Muse and we take the credit. We got Muse off the streets. We defeated the serial killer. He will no longer affect you. He can do that. But in 2025, I saw right before the show went off. No, I saw Daredevil. Daredevil went through that window, and how much of a stretch is it? Even if he didn't capture him doing it live on his cell phone, just the fact that that window was broken, and they know the reputation of how Daredevil moves around in the city, you're gonna believe it. So, and then we only saw one person say that. We don't know how many other people caught Daredevil, with the camera. So, two more episodes left. I think the show was really good. I I seriously wonder because it's always hit or miss with these women that don't want to be saved by a hero and criticize people for being heroes. The gorgeous Rosario Dawson, she messed with Daredevil and Luke Cage, and she was chastising both of them about being superheroes. It's just a very, how can I put it? It's a very unrealistic approach for women to have, that when you're messing with a metahuman and you're in a relationship with a metahuman, that you constantly berate them about what they do. I mean, it's what they do. It's like, yeah, if somebody run up on you and her when you're in a dark alley coming from a play like Mr. Wayne and Mrs. Wayne, it's not going to be pearls flying everywhere. It's going to be teeth flying everywhere. Because Luke Cage or Daredevil, they're going to halfway kill the person that try to pull a gun on you if you go to a show and walk home in a dark alley. So it seems like they setting it up. Like, it seemed like she was close to cracking or figuring out, I think you're Daredevil, because you say you're not present with me. You got all these bruises and stuff. And she's smart enough to know, no, you're blind, but, I'm hunching on you at night. You ain't that blind. You know what I'm saying? So I thought she was going to accuse him of being in some type of fetish sex club of, fighting men and getting bruises on you or something. So I'm glad she didn't go there. But she knows something is up. She really didn't buy what Murdoch was selling. And when she said someone else was there with us, I don't know. I think that, just to me, because I've been watching Daredevil so long, I think you can tell the difference between a superhero that's blind and is not blind. Daredevil 100% moves and reacts like someone who can't see but can sense everything you're doing. That's just from my perspective. So I don't know how much of a haze she was in from getting blood drained from her or whatnot, but it'll be interesting to see if she was perceptive enough to be like, I think that was you. So we shall see. Other than that, the ending was pretty dope. The way Wilson Fisk knew that the guy was coming and just had Bullet take care of it. He's just casually just eating his steak and say, can you ask Vanessa if she would like some takeout? And with that, we don't know. It kind of gives the impression that he knew that Vanessa sent him to get hit off. And I wonder, is he going to have to kill his boo? Because he loves him some Vanessa, boy. Vanessa. Like, he sound like he lose a little bit of human DNA every time he say her name. Vanessa. We out of here. Movies, music, sports, and life.